So it looks like the Drake and DeMar DeRozan situation is still ongoing. It looks like the feud is still thriving in the Big 25. Drake, being from Toronto, DeMar DeRozan being a basketball player that used to play for Toronto, for the Toronto Raptors. It looks like Drake at one point in time was cool with DeMar. Up until this point, they're not, solely because of the beef with Kendrick Lamar. DeMar DeRozan coming out in the Not Like Us music video, as well as coming out at the Pop Out, dancing with Russell Westbrook, and even LeBron being there, not on stage, but being in the crowd. Drake has a problem with a lot of people in support of Kendrick Lamar, especially if they were friends of his that are choosing to be cool with Kendrick Lamar. People who are just choosing a side, and in retrospect, they're not really choosing a side. They're just listening to the music and they're just enjoying it. It's not like they came out and disrespected Drake, but they are listening to the songs from Kendrick Lamar that participated in the beef, but they've never badmouthed Drake. That's one thing that you could say. DeMar DeRozan, before all this, has never said anything bad about Drake. LeBron has never said anything bad about Drake. But because they listen to the music, because they listen to Not Like Us, because they listen to Kendrick Lamar, Drake takes that personal and chooses not to be cool with them at all. That's what it's come to when it comes to the basketball players that he used to be friends with. So after the fact, after this case, Drake and DeMar DeRozan haven't really been cool. At this point, I don't think they will ever be cool. The basketball players that have participated in this beef, Drake looks at them as a complete enemy, bro. And it looks like he's taking this vendetta to the stage, to his performances overseas. It looks like he did a concert, and it looks like he brought out a DeMar DeRozan jersey. With the jersey, he just does a lot of disrespect. I think he grabs it and throws it on the stage. I will play the clip right now so y'all can see. So you can see here that it's just Drake at the concert. He's performing one of his songs. You see a DeMar DeRozan jersey, and he just throws it on the floor. I'm not sure if he brought it from the house. I'm not sure if it was a jersey that he had that was signed. I'm not sure if it's his or he just bought one. It would be really strange if he went and bought a DeMar DeRozan jersey after the beef. I know he got some money. I know it don't matter to him. But the fact that you went out your way to buy a DeMar DeRozan jersey will be crazy. The fact that even if you had the jersey at your house because of a recent relationship with DeMar, the fact that you would even consider taking it on tour to throw it on stage is like insane, bro. Like living in your head rent free. Right now, at this point in time, I think Drake has more stuff to worry about than DeMar DeRozan. Maybe the women in Astoria, maybe. Who knows? But DeMar DeRozan is definitely the last person that Drake should be beefing with. DeMar DeRozan didn't really do anything to Drake to make him hate him this much. Maybe if your associations are with Kendrick Lamar, maybe that's all it takes. Whatever the case may be, we know he's dissing his label for it. We know that he's dissing LeBron for it. So it doesn't take much to make an enemy out of somebody. But I feel like this is all just something that Drake is using his pettiness. I think this is him taking his time to go viral, disrespecting the people that disrespected him publicly, even though DeMar never said anything publicly up until the point to where Drake had said something to him in the NBA broadcast. When Drake went to the Raptors game, went on the announcer table, and started talking down on DeMar DeRozan. Drake had started that. Drake usually starts everything and then prolongs everything. I wonder if he prolonged his stay in Astoria. But yeah, Drake is really out here trying to make a scene. And the fact that he's trying to show the jersey, I think like he's trying to make a point like, yeah, look, this is a DeMar DeRozan jersey, by the way. Like he unfolded it like so you could see whose it is, and then he threw it on the ground. Like like if that was gonna do anything, like, but really it just shows how petty you are. And it also shows that all these friends that you used to have are living in your head rent free. The fact that you used to be cool with DeMar DeRozan and you're not no more affects you so bad. And I think the unique thing about this is that the fact that Drake likes basketball, Drake loves basketball. He has a whole basketball court in his mansion. He does like tournaments and shit. He does all these things. I wonder if he got to basketball court in Astoria. But anyways, he really does have a lot of love for basketball. Being friends with a basketball player or basketball players is a connection I think that Drake has that goes back to him wanting to be in the NBA. I think even as a child, he liked to participate in basketball. He was a basketball kid. So I think these relationships with basketball players hit different when it comes to situations like this. But DeMar DeRozan's from Compton, man. What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Do you want him to go against his team? Do you want him to go against the hometown? How would he look? DeMar DeRozan's not dumb. DeMar DeRozan's not a fool, bro. He knows exactly what would have happened if he were to side with Drake in this whole situation. He'd be going back on the hometown. Even though it don't look like it, DeMar DeRozan is close to his roots, and it showed during the time of his beef. But it's clear as day that Drake is the one that started all of this. Drake is the one that was at the game looking down at DeMar DeRozan. Drake was the one that was staring him down while Chubbs was there. And what is DeMar DeRozan going to do? DeMar's just sitting there, bro, standing there, working. He's doing his job. This is basically like someone trying to mess with you while you're at work. This is like petty to the max. You know, DeMar DeRozan can't really do anything. He's in an official game. He's playing another team. And Drake's just there staring like if it's about him, like if it's all about him, like DeMar DeRozan's supposed to give him the time of day, which is funny because I don't even think DeMar DeRozan is staring at him. They think he's staring at the official right here, and Drake is acting like, you know, kind of like nervous in a way, kind of like nervous. Like, you know, it's funny how in the video, he's real excited to throw the jersey. He's real hyped to show the disrespect. Very, very visible right here. But when it comes to the actual person that you're disrespecting, you don't even take the time to get kicked out. I mean, I would, if this was the case, if your issues with him run that deep and you're that upset, why just sway back and forth like this, upset, staying quiet? Why not say something? Why mumble the words to yourself? Why not just say something directly to his face? He's right there. You had the time, but you will take the time to go and buy a jersey, go and get a jersey, whatever the case may be. Went out your way to bring a jersey on stage to disrespect that man. That is insane to me. That is like the most insane thing because you've had the opportunity to do something to him in his face, but you chose not to. I think this speaks volumes within itself. The fact that you'll be disrespectful when the person's not around, but when they're in your face, choose to be quiet. I don't think that Drake is the type of person to get into an altercation, even if it were to be right in front of his face. But that's just me. Yeah, but Drake wouldn't want to get into a real altercation with DeMar DeRozan. I wonder if Drake's gotten into any altercations in the story. I'm just curious, you know. I'm just wondering. Why am I saying that? I don't know. But yeah, bro, I heard Astoria is a really good place to be at if you want to do a concert there. I heard it's a really good place. How I heard that, I don't know. I saw it on the internet. I think it was a post or something about Astoria or something. But yeah, this is just Drake being petty, bro. This is just Drake being petty. Drake taking time out of his day for people that live rent free in his head. You don't see DeMar DeRozan out here with an OVO shirt, with a Drake shirt or anything like that, throwing it on the floor while he's performing mid game at an NBA basketball game. You don't even see him do that on his free time. Didn't see DeMar DeRozan at the All-Star game acting a fool. Didn't see DeMar DeRozan at his last game acting crazy. Nah, bro, I really don't think that any of these players even care about Drake to the point where they're going to hold this type of vendetta against him. Drake obviously is going to take all this time to let out this frustration, let out all the ways that he feels about the people that he thinks did him dirty. Maybe instead of going to Australia, maybe he should have gone to Astoria. Maybe he should have gone to Astoria. I heard it's more peaceful over there. You could really relax your mind, free your mind. I heard it's a really good place to visit, Astoria. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this. Like I said, rent free, bro. Living in their head rent free. They got an apartment, a duplex. They got 100 acres in Drake's head, bro, in Drake's mind. And Drake is showing proof of that right now on this stage. Supposed to take this time to really, you know, just focus on the music, focus on the tour and the people that are showing you love. But we all know Drake is really just taking this time to show his distaste for the people that did him dirty in the past. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this, bro. Like I said, DeMar DeRozan never did Drake dirty, but this is what he thinks. All they did was support Kendrick, and that was enough to take Drake to the deep end and disrespect them as well. But like I said, tell me how y'all feel. Get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.